So, hello everybody, and good evening from Sarawak, from Borneo. It's right now on 20 August 2026 on Thursday. We are 8 hours ahead of the universal time coordinate. So, and if we take account of the British summertime, which only just at 1 hours ahead of the universal time coordinate, we are basically 7 hours ahead of the BST. Okay, but anyhow, it's 8:40 to 8:40 to 6 p.m. here, so it's a really good time as well. We can go live. So yeah, sorry for keep making you waiting. There's some problem as well that I can say it's not really in my control. Yeah, so hopefully you can understand. But anyhow, let's go directly to the stream, shall we? So hello everybody, and good yeah. So hello everybody, and good evening from Sarawak, from Borneo. It's right now, just like I said, 8:40 to 44 p.m. here on 20 August 2026 on Thursday. So today it's going to be the launch of the Rocket Labs. You're currently right now watching me right now. I'm Daniel Suguwa, your host today, for us to watch the launch of the Rocket Labs Electron rocket for the mission of the Lightning God defense. Okay, for the QPS-SAR-18 Susanoo-2 launch for today. So yeah, it's going to be another thing as well, and also interesting thing. And because we're a little bit of short of time trying to get everything else ahead here and there, so maybe I'll rather you just go here. We will go straight to the live, shall we? So yeah, this is it. This is our live coverage. So hello. And yeah, we are currently right now waiting for the Rocket Labs to finally go properly live on their side. But it's okay, it's fine. But anyhow, meanwhile, while we are waiting, I think most of us here should have already been very much aware of the news recently. Very interesting, but yeah, outside of the scope of the video. But in the meantime, maybe probably I can I can let you see what's happening. Okay, so around 24 hours ago, there is basically the launch of the, if I remember correctly, what launch is it? Let me see. Yeah, for the Sebit, yeah, for the Space's Sebit sounding rocket. Okay, that one is actually launched from the Alcantara Alcantara Space Center, located in the state of Maranhão, Brazil. But however, the flight, I can say it's not really good. It's basically going pretty much wrong as soon as it already lifted off. So I have the video in case you wanna see. We still can wait. So here is the video, okay, that I've managed to found. So this is the launch 24 hours ago. In case you want to see, I can put it here. Let me see. Okay, okay. So you can see this is the footage of it. And after that, there's liftoff of the Sebit sounding rocket. But however, if you can see, as soon it has already lifted off, you can see the control systems is not really that good. It's just going side up and down, and then eventually it's basically gone off course. And this is where the Brazilian Air Forces, I believe, the launch, how do I say, the launch safety officer, or the RSO, the range safety officer, basically decided, from the Brazilian armed forces, basically decided just terminate the flight. Boom, and it's going down here and there. And anyhow, we have the live directly from the Rocket Lab. So here you can see. Here we go. Nice. Okay. So you can see here. Here you can see the QE upper stage with the satellites also at the same time. And this is the mission page.
Hello and welcome to the live broadcast.
And
of
yes,
Landing
we
on
finally
Defense
have
mission,
live
our 93rd Electron
this one
launch and
from
the latest for
the
Japan's
locality
Institute of
from what
Kyushu
I
Pioneers of
can
Space,
say.
known as
This
iQPS.
might actually
is
looks
just
a little
18
bit
minutes away
from the
at Rocket
1B
Lab
Launch Complex
on the
1B.
Mahia Peninsula, with launch set
Okay,
for 0104 a.m. local
so
time.
this is it.
I'm Muriel
And in
Baker,
case
and we are joining you from
and
our
in case you
Mission
want to
Control
know,
Center in
the
Auckland,
Rocket Lab
600
is
kilometers
it's
northwest
basically
of
a
Mahia.
it's
And I'm
basically
Nikita
depending
Satyasala,
on the
and we're
configuration,
thrilled
but
to be on the
usually
pad once again for iQPS.
it's a
Today's mission will be our
2 to
14th
3
launch of 2026
orbital
and the
rocket
latest for
stages. That one
iQPS
actually
as they
can carry
continue to build out their
very
constellation
small
of synthetic aperture
satellites.
radar
Okay,
satellites,
not really that big,
designed to deliver
around the
near real-time Earth
not really
observation
nano,
in
more
any
like
weather,
on the
day or
micro
night.
satellite
The skies
kind
are
of scale,
calm and clear
but
over the
otherwise
widespread
it's
launch pad this
all
morning, with
here
just a
good and there.
20% chance
So
of
that's it.
exceeding weather constraints.
Okay.
We've had good comms throughout the count so far, and the
Okay.
team is reporting no issues.
All right.
Now today we
So,
are targeting a
in case you can hear
575
the
kilometer low Earth
window
orbit
sound,
at a
well, that
42
one is
degree
just to
inclination
ensure
from
that
Launch Complex 1.
it's not going to
onboard
blast my
Electron
ears too
is the
much, but otherwise
QPS-SAR
it should be good.
satellite for iQPS,
And
nicknamed
anyhow, you
Susanoo
can see
for the
at
Japanese
T
god
minus
of
60
storms.
minutes
Now, as
and
with all
56
iQPS
seconds
missions
before
so far,
the
the
flight.
launch name pays homage to a Japanese
Okay.
deity that is selected to represent the role of that next satellite
Okay.
in their Earth imaging constellation. We've launched
Okay.
missions named
So
after gods
this one
and
should be good.
goddesses of
And you can see
wisdom, the
this is the
ocean,
view,
and the mountains. But
the
today's mission is the
short
first
view
time
of
that
that
we're flying
of
the
the rocket
lightning
itself,
god for the second
called,
time for
and
this
also with
constellation.
the pellet fairing itself. You
Now,
can
if you're
see,
not familiar with SAR, get your notebooks out because
okay,
here's how
with
it
the
works.
iQPS
It
logo,
uses radio waves to bounce
and
off
also
terrain
with
and
the mission
objects
patch
below,
for today.
capturing high-resolution
Yeah,
images
in case you want to
regardless
know,
of
there's
weather
actually
or time of day.
two types of the mission
Normal
patch. The
observation
one is the
satellites use
one
optical
issued
lenses,
by
but if
the
there's clouds
iQPS,
in the way
and the
or
second
it's
one,
nighttime, those
actually
optical sensors
issued
are
by
no
the
good.
Rocket Lab. So
This is what
that's why
makes
you see,
synthetic
you can
aperture radar
actually
so
see from
special.
the
iQPS
thumbnail
can
of
image
the
almost anywhere
stream.
on
I
Earth in
actually
near real
already
time,
include two
providing
of it.
critical
You can
insights
see
for
back here.
things like emergency
Yeah,
response,
so there's
shipping
basically
routes,
two.
land management, and more. So here's more from
So
iQPS.
basically that's how it works.
Founded in Fukuoka
Okay.
with the mission of establishing a space industry in Kyushu.
Okay, so this is basically their
marks its
their
20th
missions,
anniversary in 2025.
what they're doing. Yeah, it's
Today,
already been
together
basically
with
like
more than
21
25 partner
years
companies,
since
mainly based
the
in northern Kyushu,
establishment.
we are
Okay.
developing the world-class small SAR satellite.
Yeah, the QPS-SAR. SAR actually stands for the synthetic
SAR
aperture
satellites
radar.
use radio waves, enabling
And
observation of the Earth's surface
yeah, so
day
this is
or
the
night in
in the
any
nutshell
weather.
what it actually does.
iQPS is steadily working toward a 36 satellite QPS-SAR
Yeah, so
constellation,
they can
aiming for
do
near real-time Earth
so they can
observation
conduct a much
almost
more,
anywhere on the globe.
yeah, basically near real time.
Since launching our first satellite
Yeah,
in
so the
December
first one
2019,
they launched in December
we have
2019,
continued to
and
expand
they
our
continue
fleet
with.
and gained extensive expertise in operations. In March 2025, our new R&D hub, QSIP, was established.
Okay, research and
QSIP
development.
integrates manufacturing,
QSIP.
testing,
Okay.
and shipping on one floor,
So basically they integrate
enabling
all of
production
these things,
of up to 10 satellites per year.
so they eventually they can
This boosts
make
efficiency
10
and
satellites
development
per year.
speed, accelerating launches and service readiness.
Yeah, of course you can see even from the drone
Partnering
shot
with
itself.
government agencies, infrastructure operators, and others. We are already delivering
Yeah,
results
so
by
basically how they are
combining satellite
done
data
with all of the
image
mission as well.
analysis
And that
AI.
one, if I remember, each of the satellite is actually
Our satellites
has
are
a total
used for
mass
inspecting
of
large infrastructure
100 kilograms,
and
okay?
monitoring wildfires,
100
earthquakes,
kilograms with
eruptions,
the lightweight
and
and
other
deploy
disasters,
and
helping
very
detect
much
crises
deployable.
early. as natural
deployable
disasters
antenna
and
there.
geopolitical
It's
risks
not
increase worldwide.
so
The
it's
need
pretty
for our
lightweight. So that's why
high-precision
how they are
observation
able to
data
do it only
grows
with the
more
100
urgent
kilogram stuff.
every day.
So you can say micro
Faster,
satellites are
more
and also
accurate,
nano satellites are very
covering more
capable
places
this
than
day
ever
on doing
before.
such kind of
We will
stuff, and
continue
also
expanding
thanks to
our
the
constellation,
capabilities
realizing a
of the
world where Earth
with
is
the
observed more
manufacturing
frequently,
technological manufacturing and
unlocking the potential of
breakthrough
space
this
and
day and age,
contributing
and
to
especially
human
with the
progress.
process node
The
and
challenge of iQPS
whatnot. So that's
continues.
why. And as you can see, that's also how do I get the
Now, so far, we've successfully
review
launched 8
of there.
missions for
Okay, so
iQPS,
anyhow,
all taking
in case
place
you
at
want to
Launch
know,
Complex
this
1
mission
with plenty
usually it
more
will
on the way.
employs the
That's right. In fact,
QE
just last month
QE
we
upper
announced a
stage,
new
aka
deal with
slash kick
iQPS
stage.
for
That
3
one is
more
what we
launches.
don't know,
The
the third
third
stage, what it
multi-launch booking on
composed of.
Electron
It
they've made in less than a year.
it
But
actually
still, today's
suspiciously
focus is
might
on
actually
the
use the
QPS-SAR satellite
might
that
actually
we're
use the
preparing to
part of the
send to
technology from the
low Earth
VLM,
orbit
you know,
today
the
in just
viscous
12 minutes' time.
liquid monopropellant.
Prior to
Would be
liftoff, our launch
highly
operations
likely
team
actually
must
based from
conduct
that
the launch
technology but
status
evolved
check,
to something else.
also known as the go
Although
no-go poll. This is a
officially
vital
they
part of the launch process
officially
to
Rocket
ensure
Lab
all
actually
systems are working
says
properly
it's just green
before Electron's flight
propellant,
computer
but
takes over the countdown
but
itself.
they are
The
not
poll
going to
kicks off in
disclose
exactly T-minus 12
what
minutes,
exact kinds of the
and once
propellant
it's
combination on
complete,
the upper stage.
Electron's flight computer will take over the
But
countdown.
but
Let's hand it over to
but for
Launch
the rest of
Director
the
Yulia
two
Rimbaka
stages,
to run through the status of
two
key
main
systems.
two main stages with the first stage and the second stage, the propellant combination, it uses the Kerolox, which is the liquid oxygen as the oxidizer, and the super refined kerosene, the rocket propellant one, as the fuel
And to
itself.
all operators, LD and mission code, we're proceeding now with the go-no-go sequence, starting with stage.
Okay,
Stages go.
so the launch
Avionics.
director
Avionics is go.
given
GNC.
command for the go
GNC is go.
no go
Recon.
pole.
VCon is go.
T1.
T1 is go.
GC.
GC is go.
PLS.
PLS is go.
RSO.
RSO is go.
MET.
MET is go.
MM.
MM is go.
FAN.
FAN is go.
LSO.
LSO is go.
LD sub.
LD sub is go.
The go-no-go sequence is complete. We are T-minus 11 minutes and 16 seconds and counting. We go for the terminal count auto sequence at T-minus 10 minutes. From this time, the 3-web procedure is in effect.
Okay, so everything are green board. So looks like everything is go. Even the launch safety officer already
Okay, all
go.
systems
Range
are
safety
go
officer
from
also
our
go.
operators in
And
mission
also with
control
the
and range control,
meteorological
and that confirmation
for the
clears
weather,
the way for the
everything is
final
go
milestones
for the
ahead
launch,
of liftoff.
including
T0 is
all of
on
the
scheduled for
including
1:04
all of the
local
ground
time, which is
infrastructure,
13:04
ground launch
UTC,
infrastructure,
or
and also
10:04
and
PM
also all
for
of
our
the rocket
iQPS partners in
subsystem,
Japan.
all is
Right
go.
on time, just how
And
we
yeah,
like it.
just
Okay, so today
to
marks
continue what
Electron's
I want to
14th
say,
launch of
the two
2026
stages,
and
other than
another
it
step
uses the
closer to
Kerolox
our 100th
propellant,
launch
it
milestone
actually
in the coming weeks.
on the
The
first stage
Electron you
it's
see on
actually
your
powered by
screen
the
is in its
9
standard configuration,
Rutherford
a two-stage launch
rocket
vehicle with
engine,
a
but
third in-space
this one is
maneuvering
not
platform called
not
a kick
really
stage.
typical rocket
At
engine
about 18
types of
meters
rocket
tall,
engines that
or
it
close to
employs,
60
but
feet, Electron can deliver
instead it
small
actually
satellites
uses
of
the
up to
electric
320
pump fed
kilograms into
rocket engine.
precise
Okay,
orbits, and can
and
even deliver
in
payloads
this
to the
case
moon.
you don't know what
Even more,
electric pump
Electron's
fed
kick
rocket
stage
engines
takes customers
is.
directly to their desired
Basically
orbit,
just to give you
exactly when they need to get there. No ride sharing
some, how do I
required.
say, some kinds
Another
of
key difference is Electron's revolutionary propulsion system.
summary is
At the
that
base of the first
the
stage
rocket
are
engine
9
itself is
Rutherford
actually
engines,
employ
and
a
stage
very
2 is
novel
powered by a
solution,
single Rutherford
very novel
engine
but very
modified
simple
for the
solution
vacuum conditions of space.
where instead of
These engines are the
where
first
instead
in the
of
world
using
to
the
use an
typical
electric
burning
pump
with
fed cycle
inside the
powered by
pre-burner
lithium
chamber
polymer batteries,
where
which
the some
eliminates
of
the
the
need for
propellants will
complex
burn
turbo
out
machinery.
so it can move
Those
the
Rutherford
turbine.
engines
They
are
actually
almost entirely
replace the
3D
turbine.
printed, with the main components
They replace the
manufactured
turbine
in
and also
just
the
24
pre-burner
hours,
instead
enabling
with
rapid production and scalability.
the
It's those
and also
3D
with the
printed
DC
engines
motor,
that
if I
ignite
remember
at
correctly, the
T-minus
DC
2
motor
seconds
brush,
just
where
before
it's
the launch
basically
mount's
going to
hold-down
force
mechanisms are released
move
and Electron begins
will
its journey to
forcefully
space.
move the
Now, after
propellants
engine ignition,
go
it'll take
directly
about
inside the
9 minutes to
mainly
deliver
into
the
the
kick stage to its
combustion
nominal
chamber,
transfer
but some
orbit.
of
So
it,
here's how it all happens.
yeah, but
The
some
first stage's job is to
of the
get us out
propellant
of
line,
Earth's atmosphere.
let's say especially basically, it
basically a
doesn't
giant
matter.
fuel
It
tank
could have
with
been the
9
fuel
engines at
or
the
the
bottom, and it will
oxidizer
burn for
itself.
about
It
2.5
also can move
minutes before shutting down to
around
allow the second
around the
stage to
cooling wall
separate
jacket
and ignite its vacuum
of the
optimized growth
rocket nozzle
engine.
itself, where it's going to
Over the
cool
next
it
six and
down
a half
before the
minutes, we'll
operation of
hit
the
key
rocket,
milestones like
and while
fairing
the
jettison and battery hot swap,
operation
and then
of the
after
rocket
that,
engines
the
moving
second
in, so
stage will
it can cool it
separate,
down, and
sending
also
the
it's
kick
not
stage
going
and
to,
iQPS's
and it's
satellite
also
on
not
their
going to
way.
melt down the
And
rocket
then
engine.
from there,
And
the
after that,
kick stage will
after some
enter
of
a
it already
quiet
been used to cool it
40-minute
down,
coast
it's
phase
going
around the
back
Earth.
into the
And then
combustion
once it
chamber, and
reaches
then
the right
it
position, the
burns
kick
out
stage will
pretty
fire
clean.
its
And I
carry
can say
engine
the
to
efficiency is
circularize the
pretty
orbit and deploy the
good
satellite at its
for
target
such a
altitude
small
of
rocket like what Electron
575
rocket
kilometers.
does right now, and
Now, this morning's
still do
launch will be our
till this
11th
day.
flight from
So
LC-1
so
this
it's
year,
really good.
with the other 3
That's
missions in
basically the operation in the
2026
nutshell,
lifting off from
how it's done.
LC-2. Then, of
Okay,
course, there will be the
and on
debut
the
of
second
Neutron
stage,
from
it's
right
basically
next
the
door in
vacuum
Virginia from Launch
Rutherford,
Complex 3.
basically optimized
Well,
for
in
the
some more
space
recent exciting
environment,
news, we're
especially the
officially
vacuum
adding a
operation,
Launch
where
Complex 4 to the
usually
list in Kodiak,
due to the
Alaska, for our
lack
new deployable
to
launch
till
system called
to
GHOST.
know
Now, the acronym
or to
stands for
almost
Global
know
Hypersonic
little to
and
know
Orbital Spaceport
Earth
Technology, and
atmospheric
in your
pressure
standard-sized shipping
pressure there,
containers,
the
we'll be
rocket
able to
exhaust
deliver
plume is
Electron and
going to
Haste
expand
whenever they're needed.
almost
And that
infinitely as much
includes
as it can
spaceport tech that we've made
until the
deployable, like our rocket's launch infrastructure, ground
rocket exhaust
support,
flame
and
basically
range control systems.
extinguish itself
Here's more about
at the
GHOST.
tail end
Rocket Lab
of the
has
combustion.
mastered the art of
So
building
because
launch
of
sites.
that,
Now
it
we're
can
making them deployable with Ghost,
it,
turning
it
our
basically
Electron and Haste
can
rockets into a launch anywhere,
it's
launch
basically
anytime
expands
capability that meets
forever
the most
as
demanding
much as
missions.
it can.
Strengthening
And that's
America's
also
missile
going
defense
to contribute a
capabilities is
lot of
incredibly important.
cross
Analysis only gets you so
efficiency
far.
and
Eventually, you need to be
effectiveness loss
producing
there. So
hardware and
combat
testing it in the
to
field.
combat
If you
such
cannot
kind of
test your
situation,
missile defense
especially
system at a
the
high
kinds
cadence,
of
frankly,
rocket
you're just
operation
not
this
gonna
day and
keep pace
age,
with
it
the threat
uses, in
because
case you
you're
want to
not
know, it
evolving your
uses
own
the nozzle
capability as quickly as
rock
you could. Missile
it
defense
uses the
testing
bell
is often
nozzle,
more
aka
geographically
also
relevant.
known as
So
the
there need to
D-level
be missile
nozzle.
defense
Okay,
tests in the
but so
Atlantic.
basically
They
what
need
they
in the
do is
Pacific.
that
They need to be a partner to
usually on
space.
the
And so
sea level
that's why
rocket engines
developing
on
the
the
capability to
Rutherford,
perform those tests in
typical
those areas is
Rutherford,
so
what it
important.
does is that it's
Pack it,
basically like
ship it, launch it. Ghost
kind
can
of very
deploy
small.
rockets,
Yeah, like you can
infrastructure,
see on this
ground support equipment, and range
on
control
this
systems
base
from
of the
standard
first
shipping
stage,
containers to
you can
anywhere
see
in
the
the world.
nozzle is pretty small. But
Speed on
however, on
stations,
the
move to
second stage,
orbit, speed to
the
test.
nozzle is
Speed has
basically
been
going
the
to
name
be
of the game in
widened,
recent national security
going to
applications.
be widened
And
and
so our
larger
ability to
than
deploy this quickly,
typically.
get into a
Usually,
launch
if I
campaign,
remember
pick it up
correctly,
and move it, not only does it make
around
it
the
very
area ratio
affordable
1
because you're
to
not spending a lot of time
typically
moving
1
around,
to
but it is
100
exactly what the
plus,
government
something
has
like
been
that,
looking for in terms of
to so it can
moving at
capture
the pace
most
of
of
the
this
threat, accomplishing
thrust
a lot of
efficiency and
tests in a
effectiveness loss
given
there.
year,
Because
and
without
not
it,
having to spend a whole bunch of money.
even just slight difference of it can
Kodiak,
affect
Alaska was the right solution for the first
where the
deployment of
missions
our mobile launch
can go. So
architecture,
that's why
really in
it's
support of
very
our missile
important
defense customers
to
who
to
needed
make a
Pacific
very good,
access.
highly
It's important to
optimized
remember that
second
Haste and
stage there,
Electron use
here
the
and there.
same
So
launch
basically, that's
infrastructure.
how it's done.
And so not only is this a suborbital
And
capability,
yeah,
this
that's
is now an
basically
orbital launch
the
capability
explanation
that we
in
can
the
bring
nutshell as
anywhere
well.
in the world.
Okay,
More
and
orbital
similarly also
options,
powered by
hypersonic flight tests on
the
demand,
electric pump-fed
accelerated timelines.
rocket engine
Ghost is
stuff there.
purpose-built for rapid activation
You can
within
also
days and multiple
technically
missions
call
at
it as
once, bringing launch to the location that serves the
battery
mission.
Rocket Lab's
rocket
approach
engine,
to
sort of
deployable
like that.
launch
Yeah,
infrastructure sets
in a
us apart
nutshell,
from basically everybody else
but
because it's
not 100%
Electron,
accurate
and
because
we've demonstrated
it's
high
basically
rate, reliable launch capability.
because
That's
basically
really the
you're
differentiator.
just
And so our
telling that
approach
the
is to
rocket
bring that
itself
level of
just
reliability into a mobile
magically
architecture
levitate
that
itself
can be
without
moved
any
around.
kinds of
Now,
propulsion.
once you complete a launch
So
campaign, you're able
we
to
just call
package
it
that up and
electric
move it
pump-fed
somewhere else.
rocket engine.
That
So
somewhere
that's
else could be
basically how
addressing
it
a missile
is.
defense application, something
And yeah, this one
suborbital
is launched
or
from the
orbital.
Virginia,
And if you can move a launch site somewhere
from the
near the equator,
Virginia
if you can move it to a partner nation, now you can
Mid-Atlantic
address sovereign
Regional
launch
Spaceport.
capability, and you can
Okay,
address a
just
variety
beside
of
the
new orbits, which open up new markets.
Wallops Flight
Execution is
Facility.
key. We have the
Okay,
credibility to execute, and now we're
from the
bringing that into
United
a new
States. satellites. This one
It's very
usually they
exciting,
will serve it
to say
for
that
the
now we have the capability
for the
and
US
hardware
government,
and
especially for
infrastructure to
the
move this around and to address
defense,
new global markets.
aka the military applications type of missions. Usually
Well,
that's where
I'm
they're
definitely putting
launching
my
the
hand up to host a
stuff
webcast from
there,
Alaska
here and
for
there.
our first launch from Ghost next year, because if you didn't already know,
Yeah, and
Ghost is
also,
going to anchor our largest launch contract ever for up to 18 suborbital launches for the Space Force's Space Systems Command.
yeah,
And
you
like
can see
Brian
that's
was saying
why.
in that clip, who knows where Ghost could go next, since both Electron and HASTE share the same infrastructure. So it's entirely possible that Ghost could support missile defense or sovereign launch in other locations around the world.
Yeah,
Alright,
so
let's turn
basically
our
it's
attention back to
nowadays it's
today's mission for
mostly dual
iQPS.
use
The Lightning God is
rocket
just
kind of
3
there,
minutes and
you know,
53
for the
seconds
civilian
away
and
from
also
liftoff,
serving for the
and Electron
military
is
kind of
getting
stuff
ready to
here
transition
and
to
there.
its internal power. Its onboard flight computer will take over the countdown from here, so you'll hear the launch director confirm these milestones over the loops from mission control as they happen.
Yeah,
Next,
we
the
are going to
propeller
hear
loading
that
will
soon.
wrap up, followed by tank pressure optimization to ensure Electron's tanks are fully pressed for flight. The launch director will monitor for any critical flags during this final count. So if it all goes well, they'll call out the countdown from T-minus 10 seconds,
Okay,
leading us straight
so
to
hopefully
liftoff at
this is
T0.
much more
So
hearable.
now let's listen to mission control for these final moments.
Okay, so get ready in for T-minus 3 minutes, aka 180 seconds before the flight. Get ready in. T-minus 3 minutes,
To all operators, LDN mission
180
code. From
seconds.
now on, there should be no red flags on your critical LCCs. Beacon LDN mission code.
LD beacon.
Please lock the auto sequence and confirm.
Confirmed.
And please confirm all flight computer ASCOs are green.
All ASCOs are green.
To all operators, we go for auto sequence start at T-minus 2 minutes. LDs go for launch.
Okay, so auto sequence has already started. So at this point and moment of times, if anything else suddenly some of it of the critical system suddenly goes into the red board kind of stuff, you know, with the no go pole stuff, they have to recycle this back into some few orders of minutes. So at this point, this is not reversible anymore.
PCS
They have
to
to recycle the countdown in case anything happens. T-minus 2 minutes, 120 seconds. Okay.
The vehicle is
And
fully on internal power.
okay, so the rocket right now is in fully internal power, which means it
AFTS is
uses
green and able for flight.
its own battery power there. And now the computer has already and the Electron rocket computer on board has already commanded for the auto sequence, so which also means that at this point not possible anymore for the
Lock slows is complete. Systems
yeah
in recirculation.
and yeah, so it's basically no more possible for them to recycle the countdown. I mean, no longer possible for them to just recycle the countdown without delaying it further, so that's why. And very important, T-minus 1 minute and 10 seconds, 70 seconds before the flight. And as you can see, some small of the liquid oxygen purging on the bottom stage. T-minus 1 minute, 60 seconds has already started. And also even the small portion of the water garden sound suppression system has already started as well.
Stage 1 and Stage 2 tanks are pressed.
Okay, stage 1 and stage 2 pressurization are in and almost complete. And get ready, T-minus 40 seconds before the flight. And we are going for the countdown right now. Get ready. T-minus 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21,
T-minus
20,
20 seconds,
19,
counting.
18, 17, 16, 15, and we'll let them count for the launch. Enjoy, everybody. We'll be back.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
9 Rutherford sea level rocket engines has already started on the first stage boosters. Launch clamp released and liftoff from the Mahia spaceport from the Launch Complex 1. And liftoff! And here you can see the mission is going on. And it's already disappeared from the cloud view, but however, fortunately we have the view from the Electron rocket's onboard camera. Okay, by now
Electron is on its way to orbit for
the
the
Rutherford
Lightning
rocket
God
engine has
descends
already throttled
now
down back
more
to
than
60%
3 kilometers above Earth
or even
and traveling at
40%
speeds of
depending on
over
the engine
700
specification.
kilometers per hour, which means we are
And
fast
in preparation
approaching
for
our
the
first major milestone called Max
supersonic,
Q, or maximum
which will
aerodynamic
happen
pressure.
in a few
Now,
moments
Max Q
from
is
now.
important because it's the point of the greatest structural stress, and so we should hear that moment and confirmation
By
from
now, it
mission
should have
control
already been
shortly.
supersonic. Get ready for the max Q. Maximum aerodynamic pressure fully exerted on the rocket itself. Very important period.
Cleared max Q.
Okay, so already clear max Q. Maximum
And there
aerodynamic
it
pressure
is, max Q cleared. Electron is now
fully
traveling
exerted
at
on the
more than
rocket
2,000
itself, and that
kilometers an
one,
hour and
after
climbing
it already
steadily.
passes, no
Next, we're
longer need to
entering the
worry,
dynamic
because
phase
you
of
need
the
to know
flight with
and you
3
need to
rapid
remember that
milestones:
because of
main
this
engine
max Q
cutoff, or
period, if
MECO,
it fails
state
around this part,
separation, and
the rocket
second
itself
stage
can
engine
tear us
ignition.
apart. And you know,
First, the 9
at a
rocket
certain
engines on the first stage
at a
will
certain
slow down and
height,
shut off
especially
completely,
around the
and
certain
within seconds, the first
atmospheric
stage will separate,
atmospheric
and second
layer,
stage's
and also
Rutherford
according to
engine will ignite
some
to
kind of
continue the journey
very
to orbit.
complicated variable of the
Listen closely for the sound of the
rocket
Rutherford
velocity
engine
there.
fuel pumps
When these
winding
two
up for
collides
ignition.
together,
This
that's
is scheduled
going
to
to
happen
create the
around
max
T
Q
plus 2
itself.
minutes and 30
Very,
seconds into
very
flight.
important big mechanical
30
stress there.
seconds.
And yeah, as you can see, because this is a Carolox propellant, which the super refined kerosene itself is actually a very complex long chain of the hydrocarbon there. You can see why
15
the
seconds
burning,
to staging.
it's looking pretty
Entered
reddish
burnout
orange
catch mode.
there. And yeah, as you can see, as it goes to the thinner and thinner of the atmospheric layer there, you can see this is where the vacuum Rutherford is
confirmed.
very important. Where you can see, and stage separation has already confirmed after the main engine cut off, and
Stage 2.
second stage engine start number 1 has already begun and
there
already
we
done
have
its
it,
job.
confirmation
And this is
of
where it's very
MECO,
important to
stage
use
separation
the
and a successful ignition of that
and
second
and you
stage
can see
engine.
this is why it's
Is
very
firing
important to
as
use
we expect and propelling our
a
mission
much more
closer to
optimized
orbit
version
at
of
a
the
speed
vacuum
of over
operation, especially
8,000
with the
kilometers
widened
per
and
hour.
bigger
Now
and
you can
larger
see the satellite housed inside Electron's fairing on your
the
right there.
rocket
It's sitting
nozzle
atop
bell,
the
because
kick
otherwise,
stage.
if you don't
The
use it,
fairing that's over
you're
the
going
top
to
of it
lose
is
a lot
protecting
of
the satellite
thrust
from the
if
intense friction of the upper atmosphere,
effectiveness
but
and
it won't be needed for much longer. So soon
efficiency
it will separate
as a
and
result
fall
of
away.
all
And
of
we're
this
standing by now for
rocket exhaust
confirmation
plume.
of
It's
that from mission
going
control.
just infinitely escaping infinitely bigger and also infinitely to wherever it wants. So that's why it's pretty important. And get ready in for the
HPS are
pellet
holding
frame separation.
Fairing jettison confirmed.
Okay, pilot firing separation confirmed. We shall see that
Stage 2
soon
propulsion nominal.
from the visual view here, or it could be some video freeze there. Yeah, I think there's
Well,
video
we might have had a
freeze.
camera issue there, but we have had confirmation that
Okay,
the
but
fairing has successfully
anyhow,
jettisoned.
looks
And
like
right now we are
the
at
call
more
out
than
has
4
already
minutes into
confirmed,
flight with under
but
6 minutes
the
left in this second
visual
stage
view
burn.
of the from inside the pellet fairing itself, unfortunately, it does have some kinds of telemetry dropout issue here and there. But well, as long the confirmation is there, there's no need to worry about. We shall be good good to go. And anyways, also what I need to remind you that is that this battery, of course, it actually uses the lithium ion technology there. So in terms of the energy density, yeah, you can see finally the pellet fairing has already
Stage
fully
2 propulsion
separated,
holding
and
nominal.
this has already fully exposed the QPS-SAR-18 Susanoo-2 to the space environment. Very important and very critical. If it fails around this period, it's basically going to become a very useless piece of
Coming up
satellite
next, you'll hear
technology.
a couple of key
Basically, it's
callouts from
going to
mission
be
control related to the
basically it's
Rutherford
also
engine's
can be
battery-powered,
kind of
electrically
very
driven
dangerous,
pumps. Now, the second
very
stage
very
burn lasts
dangerous. How
about
do I say?
3 times
It
longer
can
than the
also
first
become a
stage,
very
which
dangerous
means we
space
need more
debris. So
battery power
we
to
don't
keep
want
the
that.
engine running. But like any battery, they eventually drain and need to be replaced, and
Yeah,
that's where the battery
this is
hot
why.
swap comes in. This maneuver is a critical step in the second stage's
Yeah,
journey
you
to
need to
orbit.
remember in
It
terms of the
involves
energy
switching from the
density for
depleted
the
batteries to a fresh set without missing a beat.
yeah
You can actually see the silver
because
rectangular battery packs on your
ion
screen
battery
right now.
usually it's
During
not
the hot
really
swap, the
very
pack in the
good in
bottom
terms
right
of the
corner will
energy
disconnect
density. So
and
of
fall
course they
away
have
from
to
the
discard
vehicle.
the
That will be our
battery
visual
altogether.
confirmation that the
You
hot
know,
swap was successful.
because unlike
So let's
this
listen
one,
in
of
now
course
for the
there's
call out from mission
literally
control.
no kinds of the auxiliary power unit, or basically there's
HPS
basically
are
like
holding nominal.
there's
Launching hot
basically
swap error for
no
30 seconds.
no kinds of APU technology to keep recharging the batteries altogether. So that's why they have to discard it each time it's launched. The same can be said with the first stage
Charging down.
and also the pellet fairing. And we are getting ready in for the separation. Get ready for the hot swap battery. Moving from the to this
Battery
or
jettison confirmed.
okay, battery jettison has already confirmed, which the already used up
Confirm hot swap successful.
first set of the battery set consists of two
Excellent. Battery
already
hot swap confirmed, and the second stage
al-
engine is performing
already
nominally,
disused and
we're checking off these
simultaneously
final
changed into
milestones
another
of the Space
another
Force
fresh
mission.
pair set
But
of
next
the
up, we'll be looking
another
for
fresh pair set
SECO,
of the
second engine cutoff, and the
battery
separation of the
there
kick
to be
stage.
used for
And this
to
process
move
is
the
similar to
turbine.
what we saw earlier
Not
with the
not
first
turbine,
and
it's more
second
like
stages.
moving this
But instead of the
DC
main
motor
engine shutting
brush
down, it will
inside
be
of it,
that
so you
second
can
stage
move the
engine.
propellant downward
Once
to
the
the
kick stage
combustion
separates, it will
chamber and
carry
also
the
to the nozzle
iQPS
itself.
satellite into its
So
transfer
everything
orbit.
is looking
This
pretty good.
elliptical orbit is designed to bring the kick stage to the altitude of its final circular orbit at 575
Yeah, so that's why
kilometers
this
above
rocket
Earth.
nowadays
That
it's
journey will
mostly a
take about
third
40 minutes. When the
basically
kick
it's
stage reaches
basically
its
nowadays
target, its
a
QE engine
three-stage
will ignite
orbital
to
rocket
perform
rather
the
than
final
two.
maneuver needed to circularize the orbit.
But
Yeah,
before we
because
get there, we still need
because
to
in
complete
this initial
SECO
orbit
and
it's
the
going to
separation of the kick
go
stage
into
from
the
that second
elliptical
stage.
orbit
And that
where
is coming up
basically
in just a few moments.
the
So
perigee
let's listen in for those
the
callouts.
no sorry, and the apogee, the highest point of the altitude, is basically much more higher in comparison to the perigee, which is the lowest point of the of our Earth's altitude in relative to this satellite and also to the rocket itself. So that's why it's pretty important that the QE kick stage slash upper stage basically will do its job after that. But of course, it's going to be a bit of the ballistic coast phase
Just
flight
past 8
period
minutes into
where
flight
the
now, coming up on
neither of the
stage
rocket
2
engines ignite,
separation, and we can see that we're
just to
performing
save a little
nominally
bit of,
on our way to orbit
not
with
a
a
little bit,
speed of more than
substantially save
22,000
more
kilometers per hour,
powers and
now
propellant
above
needed, so it can
263
coast
kilometers
around the Earth a
above Earth.
little bit before it ignites and then circularize it to the point there's basically almost no kinds of the
20 seconds remain.
yeah, almost no kinds of the bulging here and there about the elliptical orbit. So it's going to basically target around 575 kilometers of the altitude with the orbital inclination of 42 degrees. So this is what this mission will be targeting. So that's why very important. Okay, so we have
SECO confirmed.
second
Stage
gen
separation
cutoff.
confirmed.
Nominal transfer orbit achieved.
Okay, nominal transfer orbit has
And
already
there
achieved,
it is, second
and
engine cutoff confirmed,
the
and the kick
QE
stage has
kick stage
successfully
slash upper
separated from the
stage has
second
already
stage. It's
separated from
now
the
in its
rocket,
planned transfer orbit.
and there's
A
basically
huge
it's
milestone
going
for team
into
and the mission
the
so far.
Yes, not a
so
bad
right
way
now
to
it's
travel
going through the
1,500 kilometers downrange in such a
through the
short amount
ballistic
of
coast
time.
phase
But
flight where
now,
there's
as
no
we
rocket
mentioned earlier, the kick
ignition
stage
there,
is in its
just to
40-minute
save it,
coast
and
phase
also
around the Earth,
because
and once it
well
reaches the other side of the
because
planet,
of
its QE
orbital
engine will
magnetic law,
ignite to perform a
after
final
some kinds
burn
of
that places the satellite into
mathematical
its
kind
target
of study,
circular orbit.
realize
Then
that
after that,
you
we'll be
really need
just
to go
moments away
to the
from
highest
deploying
point
the
of the
QPS-SAR
altitude
satellite
first
to add
before you
another
can
key
ignite, so you
asset
can
to their
achieve the
Earth
same
imaging
amounts of
constellation.
the
We'll rejoin you shortly to
mission
listen in on
profile
those final
without
moments before payload deployment.
without
In the meantime, you can
burning too
follow
much
the
of
kick
the
stage's
propellant
progress on the
fueling here
tracking
and there.
graphic
So
on your
that's how
screen
you can
shortly
do
as
it.
it continues
So
its
yeah.
journey around Earth. We'll see you back here soon.
Okay, so that's basically it. And for now, the rocket is currently still coasting around the Earth, and it's not doing much while we're still waiting in. This one should happen around tens of minutes from now, so here and there, it's okay and it's fine. In the meantime, however, I think it's also a very good time as well to just get myself a little bit of rest. So we see you in a bit of moment. So thank you so much and stay tuned. We'll be back again. I mean, when I say I'm back, I'm still here in the screen, still watching everything here and there unfold. But well, other than that, I'm I'm probably not going to respond much right now because there's nothing else to do. So yeah, I hope you can understand. So that's it. We are a little bit of rest right now, so see you later. We'll be back soon. Okay, so in a few moments from now, the QE upper stage / kick stage will ignite. So this will happen. Mark should have happened by now, and the QA engine will ignite for almost 3 minutes into the flight. Yeah, so it's going to shut down around just 6 minutes before the 3 minutes up. So it's going to be around 2 minutes and 2 minutes and 54 seconds into the operation flight. So that's basically how it's going to be done. But otherwise, we will see that deployment will begin soon. Not long after that, it will be around, it's going to be around 51 seconds after that, at T plus 50 minutes and 18 seconds, where the QPS-SAR-18 will finally deploy after the QA engine shutdowns, where the satellite are finally aligned to the 575 kilometers of the circular orbit. And yeah, that's basically how the missions will be. We will see that soon. Will happen next in a few moments. But otherwise, we will still taking break, and I will keep an eye for any call out.
T plus 48 minutes
Okay,
or so, and
so
we
we
are
are
back.
resuming
and you are joining
again.
us just in time for the final moments of this mission, our dedicated Electron launch for Japan-based iQPS. Now, if you missed the earlier action, here is a quick recap. We had a smooth liftoff and made our way through max Q, main engine cutoff,
Okay,
stage separation, and second
so
stage
that's basically the recap what
ignition.
happened
The
on
second stage
this
has
entire
delivered the
flight.
kick stage and its payload into a
Okay.
nominal transfer orbit, and we have since completed the elliptical phase of this journey.
And we shall
And
be
now
ready
the kick
for
stage
the
is in its
T
target
plus
circular low Earth orbit, and we're
49
just
minutes
moments
and
away from deploying
27
the
seconds, where
satellite
the
into the
missions,
iQPS
where the
constellation.
QE upper
We're
stage
standing by for confirmation of
/ kick
QE
stage
engine
will
shutdown,
finally
which will
shut
signal
down.
that we're just seconds
We'll
away
see
from
that
payload
soon.
deployment.
Will happen.
So let's listen in.
Let's listen in from the mission control room here, especially the call out by the launch director or anyone else important for this mission. We will see that soon.
QE cutoff confirmed.
Okay, so QE
Nominal
upper
final orbit
stage
achieved.
/ kick stage engine has already
Shutdown
cut off.
confirmed. So
Okay,
now
so pretty
we have
early,
just
around T
moments to
plus
go until we deploy
49
the latest
minutes
spacecraft to the iQPS
and 1 second
constellation.
were the confirmations there by the launch director. So pretty early, and the orbit circularization has already complete. So right now it's already placed into the 575 kilometers circular orbit onto the low Earth orbit, and yeah, already confirmed. And we are getting ready in for the QPS-SAR-18 Susanoo-2 deployment. So we will see that it's going to happen soon. In very quick succession, we will see. This one is the real-time animation. We will see that soon. Get ready. Coming up, let's hear the call out from the launch director back in the mission control room or mission control
Payload
center.
deployment confirmed. Another successful mission for
Okay, so
Electron
there's
and
no
iQPS.
LD confirmation,
This launch adds
but
another
however,
satellite to the
they've
growing
already confirmed
QPS-SAR
the mission has
constellation in low
already
Earth orbit.
done once more
Congratulations to the
completed.
entire mission
And
team
that's
to
basically the mission
iQPS
for
as we
today.
begin the
Rocket
commissioning
Labs,
process for the
Rocket Lab
newest satellite.
once again already done their mission
That
for
wraps up
their
Electron's 93rd
Electron
launch
rocket.
and 14th of this year. We're just a
Okay,
few launches away from hitting the
93rd.
big 100,
Okay,
and we
93
can't wait to celebrate that milestone
rocket
with
launches.
you soon.
Oh,
Now, before
that's
we
pretty
close
good.
out, a reminder that if you like what you saw today, you
So
want to
once
join
again,
the
Rocket
team
Lab has already done
redefining access
their
to
mission
space,
for
then
the
visit
Electron rocket.
rocketlab3s.com.
And yeah, congratulations to Rocket
Make sure
Lab,
to
and
follow
also
us on
congratulations to
social
the
media to
iQPS
stay
for
in our
the
orbit.
successful
Otherwise,
launch
thank
for
you for
today's
joining us
launch,
today. This is
especially
Rocket
for
Lab Mission
this
Control,
the
signing off.
Lightning God defense for the QPS-SAR-18 Susanoo-2 launch already done for today. So once again, we've already done. The satellite has a total mass of 100 kilograms. So that's basically it. We've already completed the mission. So thank you so much, and thanks for watching for today's live coverage. As the Rocket Lab themselves already said, you can follow them directly from the real-time updates by visiting their Twitter/X social media page of the Rocket Lab. You can follow them if you want. But that's basically it. We've already completed the stream for today, and that's it. It's already in, and we've already wrapped up for this coverage. So thank you very much, everybody, for watching it. Watching everybody, and even the next spaceflight apps also already confirmed, which I'm currently still holding right now. Oh, Bexus 36. I believe this is the balloon mission. Yeah, so oh, okay, so they've already streamed it. Okay, so already streamed a few moments ago. So yeah, unfortunately, if you actually can see from their kind of stream, yeah, so you can see this is how the missions they are doing with their Bexus mission. Oh, yeah, with their Bexus mission, you can see this happens like few minutes ago, I believe. And you can see there's something lingering there. That's how the Bexus mission done. For the sounding mission here and there, that one I believe it's a little bit of small there, but yeah, unfortunately not much else we can say. Oh, so apparently they are not able to complete it, so the live attempt, yeah, unfortunately did not go very well, but it's okay. Here and there you can see there's a stream there and here and there. So basically, thank you so much everybody for watching. I really do appreciate it, as we already concluded our stream for today. So thank you so much for today. We will be back soon for this one. The most important thing will be for the launch of the Chang'e 7. Okay, for the launch of the Chang'e 7 lunar mission to the moon. Yeah, just like I said, launch on board the Long March 5 rocket from the Wenchang Space Launch Site located in Hainan Island, China. This one, which will be launched on Monday, at least on my place, and especially because China also uses the UTC +8, so basically it's pretty aligned time with us here in Sarawak, Borneo. Okay, so this will be this launch as well, and then afterward, afterward there is also some kinds of launches as well. I mean, technically I can also try go stream with this Starlink, but not for now. My quota is kind of already finished, so we will wait for that soon, here and there. And yeah, I can end this live banner, but otherwise that's basically it. Okay, and another one as well would be more notable other than on Monday, which is on 24, if I remember on 24 August 2026 on Monday, 8:05 a.m. here, local time, UTC +8. Okay, so this one. And another one as well, 4 days after the launch of the Chang'e 7, it will be the launch of the MTG-I2. If I remember, this one is the Meteosat, if I remember correctly. Yeah, the Meteosat 3rd generation. This one will be launching on board the Ariane 62 rocket configuration. Yeah, this one obviously Block 1 with the 2 solid rocket boosters of the Ariane 6. So we are going to see that soon. This one will be heading to the geostationary transfer orbit first. Eventually, it will circularize until the insertion to the geostationary Earth orbit using its own onboard satellite propellant of this Meteosat 3rd generation I2, aka known as the Meteosat 14. This one has a mass of 3,760 kilograms, so that's that one as well. And afterward, 2 days after that, after the 28th August of the launch of the Ariane 62, 28 August 2026 on Friday, local time here, local time UTC +8 at 4:10 a.m. but time can also subject to change as well. Another launch which will be on Sunday here on 30 August 2026 at 7:26 p.m. but also can change just slightly. Oh, no, not slightly, they cannot change. It must launch at the same precise time, which will be for the Nancy Grace Roman Space Telescope. This one of the most highly anticipated mission after the JWST, after the James Webb Space Telescope. We will see this soon. Launching on board the Falcon Heavy rocket. This one also I'm going to stream this one. Yeah, what a very anticipated stuff. This one, if I remember correctly, this one is they are using the satellite bus from the previously donated by the National Reconnaissance Office, the NRO, with the future imaging satellite architecture, if I remember. But eventually they canceled it out, so the NRO basically donate two of these cancelled satellite to the NASA. So this one will already confirmed to be a Roman Space Telescope or Nancy Grace Roman Space Telescope, the NGRST. And another one, we don't know what they're going to do next with another one, but well, the possibilities is there. Who knows? Could be for the Habitat Space Telescope mission, who knows? But anyhow, it's going to be good. Okay, so we are going to see that soon. Okay, and it has a mass of the 10,150 kilograms, aka around 10 plus metric tons. So we are going to see that soon, which will be launched on the Sun Earth Lagrange point 2. We will see that soon. Okay, on board the Falcon Heavy rocket. So this one also pretty anticipated, and also because I like this rocket personally, much more exciting than the typical Falcon 9 rocket launcher. So we're going to see that soon. So hope for the best, and yeah, good luck for the team. And that's basically it. We don't have much anything else in the list for the late August, and fortunately, even on the mid-August, there's not much. Mid-August and late August 2026, fortunately, the cadence are pretty relaxed aside of the Starlink launches, so I'm able to get some rest as well, because at the end of the day, even though I'm a VTuber, I'm still a human at the end of the day. So yeah, you can see why my stream and my video looks kind of messy, but that's basically it. Thank you so much everybody for watching, and yeah, anyways, you are watching, you have already watched this 141 live stream, at least successfully going into live stream without any kinds of scrub. Okay, or you can say the hashtag BQP141. This is 141 live stream of mine, at least successfully, for the spaceflight mission, berthing Q point, in case you want to know why it's called as BQP, berthing Q point. So yeah, that's basically it, and I'm going to close in with the closing statement. So yeah, so thank you so much everybody for watching. I'm Daniel Suguwa, your host today for the launch of the Rocket Lab's Electron rocket, carrying the mission of the iQPS's the lightning god defense, okay, for this Susanoo-2 QPS-SAR-18 mission. So already successfully launched for today, so yay, before the finishing. And that's basically it. Thanks so much everybody for watching, and I'm also going to post in the link description, not link description, I'm going to post in the timestamp for the launch, and also for the satellite/payload deployment, I'm going to put in the comment section pretty soon. I mean, immediately after end the stream. So thank you so much everybody for watching. Every one of you that watches this, even though you're passing by, even though on the current stream right now, and also on the replay section, you are awesome. So thank you so much everybody for watching, and take care and stay safe. And also, yeah, in case you want to know what actually happened, even on the break time as well, resting time, you can see that that one is because because tomorrow will be very important. I have to get ready for the presentation for tomorrow as well, in a group obviously. So that's why if you see me just coming up, just like doing a little bit of mimicry in the screen, in the camera of my laptop there, that's basically why I'm currently practicing myself on doing kind of stuff. Yeah, just some slight of goofy stuff here and there, in case you want to know. But anyhow, thank you so much everybody for watching, and take care and stay safe. We will see you soon on Monday next week. So thank you so much, and in a few days from now. But of course, Monday next week, which will indicate after this week, on Sunday and onward, that's going to be next week. So thank you so much everybody for watching, and take care, stay safe, and goodbye. And also, at least for me, good night as well. I need to get the rest properly for tonight. So thank you so much, even though there's nothing in the live chat. So thank you and bye bye. Take care and stay safe. We'll see you soon on Monday, especially for the next week. Bye bye, and take care, stay safe. And that's basically it. We've already complete, and yeah, there's not much else we expect. So yeah, let's go. We can end the stream. So right now, let's go. So let's go at 3, 2, 1, and that's it. Bye bye. Take care.